Cute.
No, the cape is cute. The name is...
Next up, before season 2 of this show hits, I figured I try out this spinoff to see what it would do. And having seen the spinoff, I could confidently say I'm pretty interested in what the show is going to be once I start watching season 1 before season 2. And that is the spinoff to Invincible Adam Eve, which this is, I'm not going to spend too much time on this because this is only 50 minutes, but I will try to cover this in a little bit of a quick fashion.
Try to keep up.
This is based on the character Adam Eve, created by Robert Kirkman and a couple of others. This is based on the Invincible character from the TV show. And so, this is a special prequel episode that tells us about the title character of Samantha Wilkins, aka Adam Eve. So, in Adam Eve, we follow Samantha Wilkins, who discovers her powers as a young girl, and she becomes the title character Adam Eve. And she must come to terms with her own sinister origins as she discovers a family that she never knew she was part of. And also on top of that, you're also having to deal with how her family life is, how she has to overcome that and basically be the better person. Going into this, I have never seen any episode of Invincible. I've known of Invincible. I've seen cosplays of it. I see people react to it and review it and talk about it. But I've never really had interest in watching it. Therefore, until this came along. And I gotta say, this was actually a lot better than I could have hoped it to have been. And I just have to say, this has my interest in wanting to watch the Adam Eve show, because I actually think there's something there they could have. So, as far as the good side of things, I would say the best side of this is, I have to say, I really like the character of Adam Eve in this. This is a character that now, after seeing this, I do have a crush on this character, Adam Eve. I've seen little clips of it, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they're gonna go when it comes to this. But if you have to describe Adam Eve using a meme clip,
oh my god.
But if we're speaking words, I have to say that she is my favorite character of the plethora of characters that the show will have to offer. And for a TVMA special, Adam Eve could have easily been unlikable. She could have easily been a jerk. She could have easily been an asshole. And she could have easily had no redeeming qualities to her. But I think the way the writers and the creators handle this, she's a badass character. She's feminine, but she's also strong-willed in her submission and her powers. And she wants to be the better person and control her powers. So I definitely have to give this a lot of credit for that. Then this Adam Eve was pretty interesting. It is emotional too. There is violence and there is blood and gore. You get the trademark carnage candy there, of course. What I was really invested in was in the story of her and her as a character. And it reminds people why the world of Invincible is being loved, because of the story and the characters that makes it work. But I was really sold on the animation when it comes to this, and I was really sold on the voice acting of her. Your lead girl, she is girly, she is strong, like I said, she has a great backstory, and you root for her to survive the brutal attacks and to succeed on her. And also the costume she has is really cool. You can see why so many girls is dressed up as her. Jazyn Ione, she is the one who makes Adam Eve, the younger version, feel great and feel more compelling. I know Jillian Jacobs voices her in the animated show, and I've seen clips, and that is a perfect voice casting, both for the younger and the older side of her. Very perfect here. I love her voice acting here. Direction, of course, is really good here. This is a very well directed short. I love the score, of course, and Adam Eve here is really badass here. I also very much like the writing, of course, by Cory Walker, Ryan Ottley, and Robert Kirkman. And Seth Rogen's also, so he knew what he's up to. The supporting cast, you have Stephen Yeun as Mark Grayson, Sandra Oh as Debbie Grayson, J.K. Simmons as his dad, of course. You also have Madison Coleman as Val. You have Chris Diamantopoulos and Tatiana Maslany. Way better here than she is in The Little I Seen of She-Hulk. LaMarr. Lauren Cohen is War Woman. She's alright. She's alright. Dude, I did enjoy hearing her voice. She's there. You also got Stephen Roots here. You have Khary Payton. And you had the late Lance Reddick in one of his final appearances for screen. Stacked voice cast. You have great art direction, great production design here. The only thing that sets this back is that as far as issues goes, the only thing I would say that sets this back is, of course, because I've just now gotten into the world of Invincible through this special. I don't know if they can top this with Adam Eve. I know a friend of mine by Kevin Falk, who follows me on Serial Lies and a great YouTuber, by the way. Stick around. He's doing stuff on his channel, trying to get caught with 2022 and 2023. And hopefully he will. But I will say I'm not ready for what is going to come. And I will say, having seen this twice, some of the supporting cast, I do wish they had more to do. That's really my only little issue with this. But all in all, overall thoughts. Invincible Adam Eve was way better than it had any right to be. I thought this was actually very good. I really love the origin. I love the character of Adam Eve, and I want to see more of her going forward as we get to season 2. I will do a review of it. So, with that being said, all in all, if you have Amazon Prime Video and if you're a fan of Invincible and Adam Eve, you probably have already watched this, but I will say give this a watch. This is actually really competent. It's actually very good, and it gave me another strong female badass I like, that doesn't have to shove it down your throats. When you do it right, you get great results. And if Gwenpool is anything like this, if they ever want to do Gwenpool, maybe an animated movie, because I don't see them doing an MCU live action film. And if you want to hire someone like Caitlin Dever to do it for voice animation with Gwenpool, make her like that character, but also learn from this. So I will give this, once again, an Epictastic. Well, that's going to do it for the video that you just watched. I will have my channel here, so you would like to see anything here, click the channel icon, subscribe for more. I will also leave a video and maybe a playlist here, so in case you want to see what I'm about. As always, stay Epictasticness, join the Epictasticness, and you guys keep it cool.